Alright, we're back. You gotta love how these videos start.
Welcome back. It's a W for welcome.
Is that a win?
It's also winning, yes.
Winning like Charlie Sheen.
That's an
Sheen's a winner.
overused joke.
Now, Charlie Sheen played first base.
Who do you play for?
Number 1. Who did he play for?
Yeah. He played for...
He played for the Nationals or something. I don't know.
I can't even
Who
think
needs a
of
solid first baseman? The Giants could use a first baseman.
if he's all about winning, the Giants could use it, man. They're losing a second ago 1-0. They can't score
They
any
need runs is what they have. Like, averaging, just horrible.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
When your main like run producer in the past 7 games is Brandon Crawford, some guy who's like
Brandon
mediocre in
Crawford.
AAA.
Yeah.
Like Aubrey Huff. Oh, it's not. That's not what we're here to discuss, though.
No, we're not.
So number 6. Who did you select for number 6?
Mark Teixeira, who you had at what,
Mark
third?
Teixeira. I had him number 3.
Yeah.
He got 16 bombs, man. He's on pace for.
I know. I just don't like the average.
Like the average.
And he has no stolen base potential, which
He's
it's
got
just my
1.
opinion.
He's got 1.
Yeah,
I
on
understand.
pace for like 3.
He's got no
Total.
potential. Though,
2
yeah.
more. Who do you got?
Prince Fielder.
Okay, I'm surprised, man. I mean, I put him at 5. I'm not surprised,
Yeah,
but I'm just
I'm
thought you might put him higher.
Well, he did this
You
so
own him
fast,
on
I
your team.
probably should have put him higher. But, like I said, it's very deep. I put Votto high because I like the dude.
These
I
guys
put
are
Votto
pretty
right before
similar.
Fielder, so.
Right, Votto could definitely be up there.
But Fielder is my 6. What would you have for 7?
Ryan Howard,
I had 7. Ryan Howard. We matched up for 1.
guys, don't copy that.
He
And
would be.
no home
Someone
run.
just hit a home run.
You just hit a home run.
Joey Votto. Joey Votto just homered as we're speaking.
That's why I put him at 4. What's he batting, by the way?
He's batting like 330. He's got the average. He's doing well.
338. I was looking at Bruce, and I was
He's
like,
3 for 40 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs.
yeah,
After that blast.
he's gonna have a good season, man. He's heating up.
You know what he's doing is he's
saving
saving all
up.
his home runs for the last couple of months.
It's a good strategy, man.
That's what I would
Save it for the race later. Down
Save
the
it for
road.
September.
That's right.
So Ryan Howard, he would be better, I think, if Jason Worth was still hitting behind him. It's kind of been a weird because Chase Utley hasn't been hitting in front of him. It's been a weird sort of.
People
year
didn't
for
think
the
he was going to
Phils.
have as much production because the team was going to be different
Yeah,
offensively.
they
They're going to be offensively
invested. Their money's
challenged.
invested in pitchers.
Right.
It gets to the point.
Ryan Howard gets a lot of money, but I see what you're saying. Like the rest of the lineup isn't as good. They got a lot of old guys.
Think how much they're
Ibanez.
paying. They got to be paying. I don't know how much they're paying Hamels. Hamels might still be fairly cheap, but Roy Oswalt,
Yeah.
Roy Halladay, and Cliff Lee.
Yeah, they're paying a lot.
They're
They can't
fine.
go out and get good players.
Yeah,
Well,
I think they said
could,
They
but-
could. I think they're willing to expand that payroll, but they lost Jason Worth. Obviously, who wants to sign Jason Worth for the Nationals? Sign him.
I don't even want him on my fantasy team.
Jason Worth scored. I'd hate to be a Nationals fan and see that. I'm a Giants fan, and we signed Barry Zito for all that money.
Let's talk about Ryan Howard, though. I mean,
Sorry, I've been off
no,
track.
it's all right. But here's the thing: he used to hit 40-some home runs a year, and then it's kind of slowed down, recently. He doesn't seem to be that
He's got,
same power hitter.
He has 12 on the season. He's got 12. He's on pace for about 35 to 40, depending on.
I think he only got like 31 last
And also,
year.
you got he only 31 last year.
I thought so.
He only had
31
home runs last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think
He's
they
a
project-
second half guy usually. I don't know how last year was.
He's on pace. Well,
I don't know
they
that.
project him for 36, so they're right on it. But his average isn't great. He doesn't get stolen bases. But he's still a solid first baseman.
Yeah. I think he's going to get around 35 to 40. I think he's going to have a good second half.
Okay.
The Phillies are obviously going to contend. He's a great player. Anyways, moving on to 8.
I got Kevin Youkilis.
Paul Konerko.
Well, I got Konerko at 9.
Konerko's batting 300 something.
I want to clarify this. I know Kevin Youkilis actually plays third base, but for ESPN standard leagues, you can switch him in.
first
He's
base.
eligible for first and third base. So that's the way we were doing it. This is a fantasy perspective, not just where they play, in the daily lineup. So what do you think about Paul Konerko? Why you got him?
He's old, but last season he had an amazing season, and it looks like this season he's about to do the same thing. So
Yeah.
I think before the season started, he was kind of drafted like in the 80s or 90s overall average draft. I
Yeah.
can't remember exactly.
People were
Because he was
overrating
old.
him.
You weren't sure if he was going to be good or not. But again this season he's got where is he? He's got 11 home runs, 41 RBIs. He's batting over 300.
He's been picking up Dunn slack.
He's a veteran. There's no reason to believe he's going to slow down unless he gets hurt, which I don't think he's been hurt that much in the past. So
I wouldn't know.
Paul Konerko 8th. I mean, I think
I
that's
got him at 9, and I'll just talk
I
about.
have Kevin Youkilis, so we
Okay, well, I got him at 8.
back
Youkilis has a track record, from what I've seen, looking at his past years, of getting hurt. He plays 450 to 500 something at bats, and he gives you good numbers. But when he's hurt, I mean,
He's a clutch hitter, man.
he plays in a good lineup. The Red Sox score a lot of runs.
He's
but-
clutch. When guys are on
Got
base
power.
and you need him to drive and runs, he'll drive him in.
And he's got a good beard.
He's got a weird batting stance.
He's got the weirdest batting stance I've seen, man.
He's definitely top 10, probably top 10 weirdest batting stances.
Yeah, but he's probably a cool guy.
Our final number 10.
You got, man.
Now, I want you to understand. Fantasy baseball, most people, including myself, there's a little bit of emotional attachment to some players.
Oh my, dude! I already know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Aubrey Huff.
No,
because
it's
look
not
at that.
Aubrey Huff. It's not anyone on the Giants. And I picked this guy, and this could be possible. He could be the number 10 first baseman here on this season.
Don't say Carlos Lee.
His first name starts with an M, and his last name, starts with an
Oh my God! You put him at 10, dude. This guy was talking about Michael Morse.
Michael Morse.
At
number 10.
He was like, man, he's got like 9 home runs in spring training, dude. I've been listening to him. They've been talking
He
about
struggled
him
to
so
start
good."
the season, but Adam LaRoche is now on the DL, and Michael Morse is going to be playing consistently. They said he's going to have safe playing time. Ever since then, he's been going on a tear, getting hits left and right, home runs. Like
He's batting over
every
300
game.
now. He's batting 301.
He raised his
today.
average from like 150 to 300.
It wasn't 150.
Before the season, they said that this guy had potentially could get 30 home runs, but then he went in a slump, and everyone kind of forgot about him. And here he is, just making a resurgence this season. And
How many home runs has he got?
He's got 7 or 8 now. But you know, where is he? Right here.
All right there. He's got 7.
He's got 7 on the season. But I mean,
Batting 302. Excuse me.
they've been going against good hitting
No.
recently, or good pitching too. I think they
3-1.
just played the Phillies. You know, they lit up Cliff Lee from what I remember.
And he went 1 for 3 today. I mean, the guy's been hitting lately. You can't fault that. And he's
I mean,
playing.
if he's available, you have to snag him now.
You got to pick him up. He's being added in. He's been added in 69.9% of leagues more.
Wow.
So now he's 72.2%.
Now, granted, take that with a grain of salt. You might, if you want to be safer, you might want to go with someone else. But
Like by Lance Bergman, even though that's not safe. I'm just saying. I mean, he's been
Bergman's-
bad. He's been bad
He's
of
safer
late.
than Michael Morse, but
Right.
Michael Morse is high risk, high reward, and it's not even that high of a risk. You just pick him up off the waivers.
It's not. It's not a high risk.
I mean, you could be.
Bergman's more high risk.
Now,
if
if
you have to
Morse,
trade
if you
for him.
have Morse for a couple weeks and he doesn't do anything, then you drop him.
Feel free to drop him. It's not like a lot of people, I don't think, are going to pick him up. Because he wasn't expected to do that much after his terrible start. People
But I'm
thought
thinking
was
he gets 28 to 30 home runs by the end of the season.
28 to 30.
25 to 30.
What do they call that? Put it on the board on like... Put it on the board.
So no, they do board bets. So if you think it's less than 25, then we have like that board bet.
Over under 24. You're going to go over.
Over.
I'm going to go like right at it. I'm going to go 24. Can I do that?
You have to say under or over. 24 and a half.
Okay.
So if you say
I'll go under. I think he's going to get 24.
So
He's got great power. He had like 15 home runs and like 250.
we can't just
something.
steal their thing though, so we have to cleverly name it something else.
Well, we'll name it. We're just getting...
We'll figure that out in a different episode.
Anyways, that's it for this edition of...
First baseman.
What do we call this show? What's my YouTube channel? I created?
Sports, fantasy.
Fantasy
talk.
sports talk or... I don't remember.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, man. Hi, Mom. That's what you said last time.